Tonight, Ian Hazzikostas has a new gig and did a Q&A last week. We have the deets on that. And brawls everywhere. This and much more as CTR presents the Battlenet News. Everybody, and welcome to the show from the Battlenet News broadcast bunker in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today is October 18th, 2016, and it is now 9:14 in the PM Central. Thanks so much for joining us from all around the Blizzard universe, and hello, my name is Pat Crane, your host of this little shindig of a show. No Darius this week, he got stuck in traffic. That's always going to be the excuse. Doesn't matter. It's California. It happens. It really does. So the players are still here. Don't worry about it. Let's go to Lords of the Storm. You know him as Gizmozord. Hello.
Hey, what's up? The thing people don't know is Darius literally lives right across the street from his work.
Yeah.
He just takes that long.
It really is a long time. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Good. It is. It's freezing here. No, I'm just kidding. It's
You're in
fall,
Florida.
but it's still hot as balls here.
Get out of here. All right, so we're gonna go to our guy from LOS Line of Sight Gaming. Los Gaming. It's Tatva.
How's it going?
Good. So you got all the videos done now, right?
Oh yeah, they're all done.
Good deal.
Sorry, Shalani, a member of the Convert to Mythic raid team, was just having fun with my camera in game, so I think he just ran off though. But
all right.
So now I'm free again.
No
that
worries.
Was fun.
No worries. And also fresh into casting full time now. It's John Horstman. Hello, buddy.
I don't know who you're talking about here, Pat.
God.
Hello.
Oh no.
Hello. This is really really great to be here.
Oh no.
And very very happy.
For that
Dork of the Week.
And by the way, if you guys don't see what's going on with the video stuff, just check into the first part of the show and you'll see John and what's going on with John.
Not the tongue. Stop
right.
The tongue, please.
Right. That's nice. That's
Hi,
really
Pat.
Nice. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So, welcome, fellas. It's nice to have you here. Even John.
Good to be here.
Even John.
Okay, all right. Great.
Off to a good start. Solid start. But this is the time where we kind of go around and talk to you guys about what's up. And Gizmo, what's been going on with you, man?
Oh, still playing the old Warcrafts and Heroes. I got to tell you, I have had a rough week in Heroes of the Storm. It's mainly just been playing brawls still, which was a blast on PTR. Man, I finally buckled down. I've been kind of waiting to do my placement matches for ranked play this season because the meta's been kind of shifting and I wanted to figure things out. And I just sat down and I decided I was going to do it. It's been rough. Real rough. I'm 0-5 in placement games right now.
Yikes.
So it's not looking good. Not looking good for the old Gizmo. But we're going to figure things out. We're going to get it turned around and get back on track. So
good luck. And Brawls just opened this week, right?
They did. They opened tonight. So. I got in, played my 3 games for the 1,000 gold and portrait. And still play a lot more of it.
I played the 1 game and I plan on playing more.
Did you have a good time in it?
It was okay. We'll talk about Brawls though in a little bit.
All right.
Let's do that. And until then, let's go to Tatva. Tatva, how is Convert to Mythic going?
We're good. We're 1 out of 7 Mythic. We've been working on Ellerith the past couple raid nights. We're We're going pretty good. Second platform's still a little bit messy, but as soon as we get that down and get the transition over to the third platform, we should be smooth sailing. Get the kill,
Good.
Move on to Ursoc, kill him because he's pushover, right?
Right. He's just he's like a big DPS check, right?
He's a big everything check, but yeah, you have to do everything quickly.
So what's different in Mythic for Ursoc? What do they add?
You know the roaring cacophony when he puts that little puddle on the ground in heroic.
Yep.
An ad will spawn.
Oh, so then you got to
so one of the nightmare bears will run over. But that's literally the only difference.
That's not too
besides the enrage and all that stuff, and it just being a heavier DPS check. I think it's like you have to average like 315,000 DPS to kill him. So
awesome.
Should be pretty good though.
Real rough.
So my 2K damage won't do any good on that.
Almost there.
I think we talked about this 2K damage last time.
You just need that Vantis run.
Actually, it's 6K, but that's not too bad as a resto shaman. Come on,
It's not bad.
Yeah. You gained 4K in 2 weeks. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's getting up there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. So, John, you have had a life change this week, and now you're streaming full time. So that's kind of neat. So what's going on?
Yeah, so literally this wasn't like a completely planned change. It is something that I had hoped to someday be able to do, but the opportunity sprang in front of me like a fox.
Or like a bus that was about to run you over.
It was like a squirrel in a Zuna, and I had to either kick it or pick up the nuts. And I just decided to kick it.
Right. You didn't pick up the nuts on that? I think that's more of a pick up the nuts moment, really.
All right, fair enough. Potato.
Right.
Tomato.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm live streaming full time, doing the podcasts, hopefully taking on a few new projects going forward. But yeah, I'm a professional now. At least that's what it says on my business card. Literally, that's the quote. I'm a professional now.
At least that's what it says on my release papers from the psychiatric ward. Yeah, that's right.
What it says on my welcome mat into my apartment.
All right. I'm a professional. That's right.
I'm a professional.
Well, and for that, I should give you this. Just some applause.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Everybody needs applause when they make a big change like that. That's cool. So, by the way, guys, did you do the world boss this week? Anybody do the world boss? Gizmo?
Oh, yeah.
You did? Oh, Tatha, you did too?
Of course.
I think that was much better than Withered Jim. Jim. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it was super easy. That one was good. What is the name of it? It's
it starts with the C.
Calamari.
Yes, Calamari.
Yeah, it's a water boss. It reminds me of the dude from Siege. That first guy.
Yes.
And except without all the moves. He didn't even have all the moves. So
I have no opinion on this boss because I was lagging so hard during the entire thing I couldn't tell what was going on. So I got loot from it.
Awesome.
So I will take that.
Good deal. What else is going on? Oh, hey, by the way, if we haven't talked about it enough, we have a new store on the website, and I just want to tell you guys about it just a little bit. On our store, if you just go to convertraid.com and click on the old store, or go to convertraid.com/store, you can go check out all of the different items that we have for you guys as t-shirts, mainly. And there's a bunch of great designs in there, and it's from our friends at TeePublic. So you can go over there, check it out, and get yourself a shirt.
They're super comfortable shirts.
They are, and there's all sorts of things. There's the Convert to Raid Guild one. There's actually multiple guild shirts and stuff like that, and you can get them in a variety of colors and whatnot. If you're going to BlizzCon and you need some last minute gear, just head over to convertraid.com/store and should be good. So yeah, just want to let you guys know about that. But maybe we should talk a little bit about WoW. What do you think, guys? All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
Thumbs up
It
for
was
the
like-
audio
It was
listeners.
like 3 thumbs up.
Man, all right.
I was waiting for it.
It's all thumbs up, and I'm like going, yep. Great for an
This is my
audio
first
podcast.
podcast. Thanks
It's
for having me on.
Great for a mainly audio podcast with a video side to it. All right, let's get into the news. So first up, let's talk WoW, of course, and we had some news this week about our friend Tom Chilton. And Gizmo, what did he have to say? What was going on with Tom?
He was letting everyone know. He took a little trip down memory lane about how he joined on the WoW team back in 2004. And, it is time for him to step away from WoW because he is moving on to another project, and which is sad, but we have a fantastic person coming in to fill his shoes, and that is the one and only Ian Hazzikostas. So he's been doing fantastic things with classes and raid encounters for a while now, and I can't think of a better person to step up and take the job.
He really has. So Tom Chilton is actually going to another part of Blizzard, to a new project, which he was very mysterious about. And Ian Hazzikostas is stepping in as game director, and so that's great. Ian is a friend of the show, has been for a very long time, and has multiple Convert to Raid t-shirts. Because we gave it to him, and we said
free. Doesn't matter if you're the
just
lead
do it.
of
It's
the
your job.
largest
Take a shirt.
MMO.
Crap. Go.
Yeah.
And so he took the shirt.
If you could just wear this.
Yeah. If you could just wear this on stage, that would be great.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But he's a great guy, and he knows what he's doing. He's proved that as the encounter guy, and then as one of the big, game directors, and now he is the game director. So congrats to him. I think that's awesome. And then he went and did a Q&A with Josh Allen, aka Lore. So
we're not going to speculate about where he's going.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that.
Can we,
John,
please?
I'm sure that you have speculations.
Oh no, I have no idea, but I figured Tatva would know.
Oh,
Diablo
all right.
4.
All right. Tatva, Diablo 4?
World of StarCraft.
World of StarCraft.
World of Hearthstone 2.
I think one of the funny things was that Lore actually tweeted out when it was announced. He said, "Yes, Tom Chilton is going to work on Warcraft, the movie, the game." So
nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like Diablo 4 feels like the really easy one because it's the outside of maybe something with StarCraft. It's the only immediately obvious, ready for a change franchise that Blizzard has.
Okay.
I think there are some people that are hoping for another IP, period, at a whole brand new game. I don't know. I feel like Diablo 4 is the safe one. And so that's where I'm going to hang my hat because everybody else is saying that. So if I'm wrong, they have to call everybody else wrong, which is okay.
I have a different idea.
Uh-oh.
Titan.
Oh boy.
Titan.
Think it's coming back?
Titan, it's coming back.
So there was a tweet the other day from David Brevik, who is the creator of Diablo.
Yeah.
And his tweet was, "For 20 years, Diablo-like games have evolved and surprised us. I'm proud to be the advisor for the game that pushes this genre to new heights." Which, does that mean it's a Diablo-like game, but not Diablo necessarily? Does he even still work with Blizzard anymore? I have no idea. But
interesting.
Yeah,
wish you'd have told me about that before the show, Gizmo.
I just wanted to watch
my answer.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Yep.
Thanks a lot.
Dirk Diggs has got it. It's VR. Whatever it is, it's going to be VR, virtual reality type of stuff.
Virtual reality dance studio.
Ooh.
VR.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. You heard it here first.
Warcraft Go. Just catch little thralls.
That's just Murlocs, dude. It's just all the different
Just
Murlocs.
Just
wouldn't that be great?
Murloc the game.
I would actually
a little app.
That would be better than Pokemon Go for me. Of course, pretty much anything is better than Pokemon Go for me right now.
Okay, Pat, we get it. You didn't like the Pokemon Go.
I like it. It's just
you're not hip with the kids anymore. We get it,
dude.
Okay. Oh, and he does not work with Blizzard anymore. Clarifying that.
Okay.
Just in chat. So I'm wrong.
Okay. All right. There we go. Okay.
Biodlo. It's called Biodlo.
Biodlo. Yep, that's it.
Very original.
Called Satan 4.
Right.
Satan 1.
Satan.
All right. Let's move on to the dev Q&A here, because we actually found out some stuff. We were talking about patch 7.1 and yada, 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 talk for an hour, whatever it was. It was something like that. There were technical difficulties, so it was kind of broken up into a couple of different VODs. And when they first turned it on, the audio didn't work. I'm like, you guys are Blizzard. Everything should just work. My stuff is always broken.
Yeah. So it should make you feel better, Pat.
It does. It makes me feel way, way better. So that was nice. But talked about a bunch of stuff. Was there anything that really stood out for you guys? Tatfa, was there anything that stood out for you as far as things that they talked about?
October 25th was kind of a big one. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
Which was extremely awesome. I'm excited to get back into Karazhan. I think for a lot of raiders and stuff, Karazhan was almost a starting point for a lot of people and into the whole raiding game. But I don't know, there's just so much nostalgia there. And even just from like the reviews and the different like streamers that are running it and stuff, it just looks like an excellent zone. They did a good job. They didn't like trim it down and try to make it like nice short 5-man content. Like you're going to have to, buckle in for that 5-man. Apparently people are saying that even if you're like cruising through the dungeon, it's still going to take you like an hour and a half. So
right.
It's going to be a long one.
It is essentially a raid for 5-man group. I mean, that's what it is. And yeah, they did say October 25th for Karazhan for patch 7.1, like right at the end of this whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
Ian was like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and you know how we always say soon or soon TM or, whatever. That's because blah, blah, blah. And he's explaining. And then he goes, but I think we're feeling pretty comfortable. So October 25th. How does that sound? It's like, well, yeah. And the funny thing about that, though, was that you had two reactions. You had the people like Tatva that were like going, oh yeah, that's awesome. October 25th, let's go. And then you had people more like me that was like, already? Already? So, yeah.
Are you guys nervous about this? Because I am. They did this last two expansions where that first patch hit really fast.
Yep.
Really fast. And I'm like, I'm okay with another 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. I would feel really good about that pacing. And the last two times I've just trusted Blizzard. I'm like, they got it. They know what they're doing. They know how they're pacing out this expansion. And I cried and I cried and I cried.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think part of it was that because this was the first raid of the expansion is known as like the tuning raid. Like this is how we're gonna kind of tune up our actual tier raids, So I think because of that, they felt like they could go a little bit earlier. But I don't think that they're gonna come out with the tier until after the new year, right? There's no way.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's the thing with this whole 7.1 and people thinking that it's like feeling rushed. There's a lot of big things that are coming in it, like Karazhan being the biggest, I imagine. Halls of Valor, the raid is tied to it, but that doesn't come out for a couple weeks after the patch, so after BlizzCon and stuff.
Okay.
And even that in itself is an interim raid. It's 3 bosses. It's going to be known as like the trinket raid. All the trinkets are horrendous in Emerald Nightmare, and so that's kind of the answer to that or whatever. And so it's just this like little filler raid that people can go and explore too.
So it's a raidlet. I think we called it a
little
raidlet.
raidlet.
Yes.
A raidlet.
A
There it is.
Raidlet.
So,
But I mean, but other than those two things, really, I mean, they're progressing the story in Suramar, which is important before Nighthold. Like you have to do that.
Yeah.
Like we're at this, everyone's just training up their withered still, hoping for a legendary out of that box, and it's mindless, and there's no more story. I mean, I know people are still like leveling and getting farther in the Suramar rep. I guess
Darius is so upset right now because he's like level 780. So
by the way, this last week I got legendary boots.
yeah. Oh.
So congratulations, me.
Good job.
Nice.
Thanks.
Do they have a good perk on them? Are they one that you wanted, or are they like one of the really lame ones?
No, they're pretty good. They're just an overall boost. I don't think that there was anything fancy on them or anything like that.
They're not like best in like that. Oh my god, that's gonna totally change the way
I don't know. It's
game.
an 895. I rose my eye level by like 5 or 6 points, so I'm pretty good. I'm good with it. I'm happy.
Nice.
So
congratulations.
Yeah. So Gizmo, what do you think about this pacing?
It is interesting. I'm actually at this point, I'm gonna trust Blizzard here and not just look back to last expansion on this. So I'm excited for it, but I'm just gonna have to see.
Right.
Please don't play with my heart.
So in previous Q&As, I mean, I'm talking like recent ones with Ian Hazzikostas, the now game director. He said, we plan on pacing. I mean, it was just like, yes, if you were in on the last couple of expansions, you understand that we really didn't pace very well. This expansion, we plan on pacing. I'm hoping.
I don't even know if I could call it pacing. When you get on the treadmill and you get like your first great 10 minutes.
Right.
And then you walk the other 3 miles.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's like the way I pace myself at the gym. I get
the sprint, the first 10 minutes sprint, and then it's just walk to the end of it.
It's not
because you're
important.
tired.
I'm just not going to Instagram the photo of how far I went for this one in the time. But I know I'm facetious like that.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, I totally cut you off because
go ahead.
Because you're wrong.
Because Gizmo, I've believed them twice. I'm willing to believe them one more. But Ian, if you are listening, I've only cried on a podcast 6 times. Please don't make it a 7th. Please don't make it a 7th.
Lucky number 7, though. Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. Like the number of months between now and the next tier.
Yeah, well, and one of the reasons I'm okay with it, this isn't like the start of the tier. It's it's a 9-boss 5-man and then our little raidlet. So there's no indication of when Nighthold is going to be released. We'll see whenever that gets there. But I'm glad the item level restriction to I can't think of it. The new raid 3, our raidlet coming out is just 5 item levels up. So it's not like it's going to allow people to go in, get some 10, 15 item levels higher gear to help them clear through Emerald Nightmare.
Right.
Is it going to help a little bit? Sure. But it's not, we'll still have some work to do on Emerald Nightmare, especially the Mythic teams working through there. So hopefully, they still give us some time to sort that stuff out, clear it, and then move on to Nighthold.
Yep. And you're right. So LFR for the Trial of Valor will be 840. Normal will be 855 plus. Heroic 870 plus, Mythic 885 plus. And so it's not really a huge motivator necessarily to go to like dive in there like right away for those teams that are not clearing Emerald Nightmare yet. So
and for most people, it just means that you've got kind of 2 raids, 2 ways to get most likely upgrades to your gear.
Yep.
So it also means, for people who are wanting to raid more or have the time to raid more because they don't have a job anymore, they can now run 2 raids simultaneously.
Your job is now sitting on the corner of Twitch and
I am looking
with
for
with a hat and just here we go.
I'm looking for every single silver lining that I can.
Oh, dude, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
All right.
It'll be good time.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll figure out something. We'll figure out something for you to do. No, you know what's going on. So I'm looking forward to 7.1, and at the same time, yeah, John, I'm kind of with you as far as the pacing goes. It seems a little quick, but
we're bad.
As long as the tier stuff doesn't come out until like February, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. If they decide to bump it, like they're gonna bump it up to Christmas, then I'd be like,
Chatva just cringed. I saw that cringe.
Like over the Christmas break. Over the Christmas break. Oh, guess what? We're gonna release the tier raid again because we know how everybody loved that one.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't they do that twice in a row where they released a new tier over the holiday break? Wasn't it something like that? I know they did it once. They did it for Siege, right? But I don't know.
I do not remember.
Yeah, I normally have my calendar with all the different updates.
I remember them doing that specifically for Siege, and maybe it's only because I do this show that I remember it. But
where's my raid calendar at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, according to my calculations,
you guys, you're amazing.
They're actually. So in this Q&A, there was actually a couple other points I found really interesting here. First off, they talked about Mythic being cleared on day 1. They flat out came out and said they dropped the ball on the scaling on Xavius. They meant for it to be a 2-day boss for 80 to 100 attempts. They didn't want it to be a long 300 attempt whole boss, but they said, yeah, we messed that up.
They said we messed that up, and everybody in the chat rooms said sarcastically, "Really?
What? You had no idea." So yeah, but again, it's intro raid, so that's not a terrible deal there. Action camera is coming back in 7.1, which I'm excited about because I never got to test that thing out. And I think that'll be cool to run world quests and stuff with that on.
So the action camera is basically the one that makes everybody seasick, right?
It was, because it was doing something weird. Apparently they fixed it though. So we'll see. But it's one. It kind of puts it zooms into your character, is not centered. It's kind of like to the center left-ish, kind of looking over the shoulder. So it makes it more like I don't know, like a Dark Souls type view, or Gears of War. Yeah, there you go. Right. Which I think.
Did they say that the default was going to be that every time you turn off the game, like every time you shut down the game, when it comes back in, that is going to be off?
Yes.
On default.
You'll need a macro to turn it on if you're wanting to run with it.
Okay.
Why?
Because they don't want people getting sick.
Yeah, that was the problem.
But I mean, if you have it turned on, you're saying
people noticing, and it was bad.
But it could be.
But if you're turning it on,
I don't know.
Okay, it's Tatva. I trust you. I trust you on this one.
I like how they said that they didn't want to avoid people getting sick. It's this is to avoid people forgetting that they have it on and leading to confusion. Where am I at right now? I can't tell.
And puke on your keyboard.
Yeah, that's generally a bad thing.
Yeah.
They should make you have a macro to change it from your last, so it's like a toggle. If you left it on, I wish they'd let me just leave it on. Just speaking as somebody who hasn't used it, let me leave it on, and then if I want it off, then I'll toggle it off, and then I shut down with it toggled off. And I boot back up again, it's still toggled off, and I can toggle it back on. So it at least saves that. Like, it feels really, really weird to have your settings change from when you log off to when you log on.
But
like, I don't like that. I understand. Like, I'm all for making it less confusing for Tatva. I'm all for that.
But hey, John.
Yes.
Less confusing for me, but you're sounding like it's a huge deal to have your keybind set up and push a button when you log on.
I try not to use a macro, okay? The macros are hard.
Macros are
take
hard.
Time.
I have 5 macro buttons that I don't even know how to use.
I feel like it feels very unintuitive to have your settings that you log out of the game with change when you log back in. Like, that's for me, that's just kind of like user interface 101, is that how you leave something is typically how people want to come back to it.
Think of it this way instead. Think of it this way instead. Think of it as your zoom on your camera, right? So when you come into game, the zoom goes to a standard, like, default setting. You're not coming in with your camera zoomed all the way back, right? Because my camera's always like all the way back, and then when I log into game the next time, it's at the standard thing, and then I have to zoom back out all the way.
Mine's right where I left it. Now, to your point, let's
is
say
it, John? Is it right where you left it?
It's exact
pixel. So, are you sure?
To the pixel. I've counted all 1920 by 1080 of them.
Oh,
so I know we're going down a tangent here, but
sure.
I think imagine that I'm when you kind of right click or left click off tilter, so you're off kilter, so you're looking in a direction, but your camera is not.
Mm-hmm.
That does reset, so it's more like that. Okay.
All right.
I'm over it.
How dare you think like 99% of the people in this game, John? How dare you?
Yes.
I'm gonna go cry. I'll be right back.
Lucky number 7. There we go.
Woo,
all right.
There it is.
Nice
work.
Ian,
you're number 8.
Well, maybe this will cheer you up. Was there anything else with the Q&A that you guys wanted to talk about? I mean, there was a lot of stuff there. There was a lot of stuff in there. I think I would hope that people would check out the video.
Yeah.
But I mean, was there anything? They talked about legendaries a little bit, and about how if you haven't gotten,
I don't have one,
and if you haven't gotten a legendary like me and Tatva,
or Ian,
I have one. I joined the club.
Yeah, I know. You joined the club. I joined the club.
You meant unlike.
Oh, unlike.
Giz?
If you
Giz is part of the club.
If you don't have your legendary, unlike myself and Tatva, then you just need to play more. That's what Ian said. I'm like going, all right, that's a little harsh, dude. But yeah. Yeah. You'll get one. Maybe.
Well, I mean, that's like, I think I remember talking about this at a past podcast a long time ago when legendaries were first brought up and we were talking about it. And I remember Shark giving me a ton of crap about the whole randomness of it all. And
I'm sure he never did that.
Yeah, not at all.
No.
But I mean, I was like, as far as like the side I took was hoping that they'd be super rare, hoping that they would be these like items that people could look forward to, or if they saw someone else with, would be like, crap, that's awesome, sweet, congrats, dude, And so, I mean, and that's the line that Ian was taking on the Q&A, is just, it's random. It's a random thing. Like, yeah, you've heard about the people that have gotten them back to back off of bosses, or looted 3 of them out of like one mythic run and all this kind of stuff. But that's part of being random. There's these weird situations that are going to occur. But part of the whole thing of, being random is you might not get one either, ever.
Right.
So, I mean, it sucks. But
yeah, well, and I know a lot of people have voiced their opinion in our guild chat and elsewhere, where they're like, you know what, RNG just feels so weird for a legendary, and I'm like going, well, how did it feel when everybody was getting the same legendary, like the legendary cloak or the ring or whatever?
It's way better.
This is a way better system for the legendary.
I think so,
like,
too.
100%. I'm still salty because I don't have a legendary yet.
Right.
But and that's going to feel bad. And there will be some people who feel that they are, I'm going to use the E word, entitled to that legendary because the amount of time that they have played or the amount of friends that they had referred to the game, or the amount of money that they have paid Blizzard. And, you know, I get the frustration, but that also, believe it or not, adds to the reward of finally getting one. And once you do get one, feels really amazing. Unless it's like the worst legendary for what you're trying to do in the game. You get the
I don't think there's
PvP legendary.
Is there a bad legendary in the bunch? I mean, I haven't looked at them all, so I don't really know. I mean, have the
eye
one.
level wise,
yeah.
I only have one specs legendaries memorized, so like I'm the worst person. But no, they're all better. They're all at least better. There may be some at like, mythic rating type stuff where that one actually specs out a bit better, but I think they were really, really intentional about making sure that doesn't happen at all, or so rarely that it hopefully isn't a thing.
That actually brings up a good point of something they talked about in this Q&A.
Which is?
Secondary stats they think are extremely messed up right now.
Yeah.
They are wanting eye level to be something that tells you, hey, this is a better piece of gear. Right now, it is not that at all because your secondary stats are way too powerful. So if things were the way that they should be, then all these legendaries should be awesome, something to use until you get a higher item level gear. But because of secondary stats right now, that's not always the case. Like mine right now, the proc on mine isn't great. I have the neck that if you don't take damage from an enemy for 5 seconds, you get a shield for 15% of your health for 30, which is one of the bad pieces, but I actually love it because I get to stand in more poop. Yeah. But it's amazing because it has a lot of crit on it for me. And as a fire mage, that's fantastic. So I lucked out on that, but there are some that, once they fix these stat with.
And as you're trying these mythic bosses, maybe you'll eke out that 1%, you'll take that 1% loss, that 1% fail to a 1% win or whatever.
Yeah.
Just turn that into a win instead.
But yeah, going off of that whole idea, Ian mentioned it and talked about it in the Q&A as well, as going on saying that, yeah, you keep playing over the course of the expansion, you're going to get these legendaries with these awesome side pieces or these little unique procs and stuff like Giz's neck and stuff that has a shield. But the thing is right now, doing Mythic Pluses, that's extremely handy. You get to the higher Mythic Plus levels and stuff, there's straight up abilities that bosses can do, or even trash, where it will one-shot everyone in the group. It just will. There's nothing you can do about it. It will one-shot everyone outside of cooldowns, except for that random person that happens to have the neck. They get saved from that, And so going into situations like that, that's something that he was excited about, is moving forward, is as you add these little bits of item, these little legendaries to your kit, it gives you options to switch things in out, or switch different pieces in and out depending on the situation, and it gives you the ability to customize your character a little more. Of course, you have to get them first, but once down the road, once people do have choices, that's going to be an exciting part. Is just oh, we're on this boss now. I should totally equip this legendary because it increases my thrash range by 75%, and as a feral druid, I could actually maybe attempt to AoE a little bit more, but still no, but maybe, And so, that's exciting, once people start getting that and stuff. And and just going back to him saying, just play more. That's the thing is I have one. And so I'm lucky, but I also already have 26 days played at 110. So compare that to your own played time. I'm sure I've got you tripled.
I did.
At least.
And you have all of those. How many world quests are you up to now? 2 million world quests?
2,700,00068.
Wow. Nice. That's good. That's good. Yeah, you're kind of all over this expansion.
It's been great. I've loved Legion.
You've walked every square inch of the new of the new isles, I'm sure. So That's good.
I literally hit my achievement for 100 world quests, like at raid night on the Thursday, I think it was.
Oh,
right when we got in, I was like, oh crap! I hope no one saw that because I probably should have had that a long time ago.
Well, yeah, being on a mythic team, there are different expectations. That's for sure.
We just got 100 world quests. What the heck?
Well, I'm not sure if I've actually hit that or not. Probably not. I don't know. I did the world boss. I feel good about myself. That's all that really matters. I'm geared up. I'm ready to rock on raid night tonight or tomorrow night. So it'll be all fine. It'll be good. All right. Let's talk a little bit about BlizzCon. BlizzCon is in 2 weeks. Well, I'll be in California in a couple of weeks, right?
Is that real?
Well,
really?
I mean, it's
wow.
I mean, come on, it's the 18th and it's November 4th and 5th. So yeah, in like 2 weeks, I'm gonna be in California, and I'll be going to Harry Potter World, and then
What day are you going? What day are you going?
I think Tuesday.
No, Sunday.
Tuesday or
John,
Wednesday.
me and you Sunday.
Sunday.
John.
Tuesday
it's
or Wednesday.
Katie's birthday.
Sunday,
We're all going. Katie, I promised Katie you would be there, Pat.
Sunday, I'm going to Disney. Sunday's Disney. And then...
Oh, wait. What was the other one?
I'm going to Harry Potter World. That's
earlier
in
on
the
the same park.
Yeah, no, that's
never
Universal.
mind. So Disney will be there on Sunday
Disney
as well.
on Sunday. I know that a lot of people are going to Disney on Sunday. And please don't forget the big party. If you're going to BlizzCon, make sure to stop by the big party on Friday night. The Diablo 20th anniversary party. No, I'm kidding. Which is actually happening the same night. But
it is happening. I remember that. That was so funny.
Anaheim Ballroom, Anaheim Ballroom in the Hilton. That's what I meant to say. 7 to 11 p.m. The Well Played Party is going to be there, so make sure to stop by and say hello to us, all of us, because I think we're all going to be there, right, guys? We're all going to be at the party.
Oh yeah.
I cleared my schedule.
Oh, look at you!
Quit my job just to be there.
Right. Thank you for that. Thanks for your commitment. And we also now have the BlizzCon floor plan and schedule.
Yeah.
That all came up, and for that I'll do a big applause for that. Sure. Why not? Anything you guys are seeing on the schedule that is cool or different or what Giz? What do you got?
There is so the store, or not the store, the Dark Moon Fair, which was really cool last year, has been moved up to level 3 instead of down in the main area to make room for the Overwatch arena, which I'm really excited to see what that looks like. The Hearthstone stage area is awesome, which is going where Darkman Fair used to be in Hall A, and the World of Warcraft and Heroes of the Storm tournament stage is remaining in Hall B, and then of course main stage in Hall D.
Right. I am so looking forward to this, guys.
Yes.
I'm so looking forward to this. This is ridiculous. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. And there's going to be so many like esport things going on that you'll just be walking around and cheering for everybody. Doesn't even matter. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't even matter. I wish they would extend BlizzCon another day now for the esports, because
have it be a week. Have it be a whole week.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because I can't see all the panels that I want to because of the esports. I got to watch that stuff.
Well, you got to.
Yeah, but you got the virtual ticket, right?
It's a part of your BlizzCon ticket.
Yeah, that's true. But there's some of the panels, like the voice acting panels, are really cool. It's not the same on video.
That's true. You can watch anything back on video that you really wanted to do, but yeah, the voice actor panel is always is never on there. It's never a part of it, and I don't know why. I don't think the actors are that sensitive about their voice acting skills that they're like, nope, copyright infringement. No, they wouldn't say that. But come on,
maybe
let's put it on the virtual ticket, Blizz.
I I went to one of those 2 years ago, and it was one of the best panels I've been to. It was amazing. It was just a whole bunch of voice actors came up. They gave them scripts from different movies, and they did the movie scenes in their characters, and it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's always a good time. Always.
Anybody
else have anything that they are really looking forward to? Anything that they saw off the map, or the different things that they thought was interesting or neat? John, how about you? You see anything?
It's for me. It's just really excited. Last year was my first ever BlizzCon, so it was very much. I didn't know what to expect. This year, I feel much more prepared. I know what I want to see, and I know where I want to be, and I know where my where my time will be best spent. So I'm just really excited about all of it. Obviously, there's amazing stuff going on in esports. I'm going to be all about that Overwatch and Hearthstone tournament stuff going on. Overwatch World Cup is really exciting. Just from a pure popularity standpoint, and just seeing it go from something kind of small, I don't even want to say small, but something that hasn't been fully explored from that esports standpoint to it's almost kind of like the graduation. It feels like for Overwatch going forward, that BlizzCon is kind of the graduation before 2017, where I really think we'll see things take off, and so I'm really excited to be a part of that.
Go ahead.
We saw Overwatch birthed on stage 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and this is Overwatch reaching its adolescent years.
Sure,
and testing out. We're throwing it in the pool right now, seeing if it can swim. And by golly,
I was thinking more of like a bar mitzvah, but yeah.
Wow. I think all of those are kind of weird, but whatever.
But
whatever.
Let me break it down in words that people will understand. Bar mitzvah. Sweet 16.
There we go. Tatva, are you going to be super into the esports, or are you looking forward to panels, or are you looking? I mean, what's your normal deal over there? I know that you're going to be busy for sure, talking to a bunch of people. But I mean,
yeah.
What kind of things do you want to go be a audience member for?
As far as all the panels that they announced and stuff, the thing that kind of caught my attention more than anything else. I'm totally into the esports, the Overwatch, the Hearthstone. Or no, not Hearthstone. Sorry, I don't play that game.
It's okay.
I don't know why.
Anyways, okay.
I do.
You have to look at me and wait for me to respond.
There's no time. There's no time for that. Anyways, so Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, those two games, yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as the thing that kind of grabbed my attention was Taron Gregory and his in-game cinematic panel and stuff that they're going to be doing. I don't know why, but that jumped out. I mean, I guess maybe partially being a video creator. I don't know, I was excited about it. And then the other thing that probably jumped out was that it's the Diablo's 20th?
Yep.
25th.
20th. It's Blizzard's 25th and Diablo's 20th.
Yeah, and so they're throwing a big old party out front of the convention center. I was like, that's going to be pretty cool.
No, they're not. They totally canceled it. No, they
did.
No, they didn't. It's still on. I'm just trying to push people into our party. Our party's at the same time.
What's a Diablo?
Yeah, really. Diablo. More like
Really?
Schmiablo, am I right? More like Schmiablo. No, it's fine.
Is that the thing that I play while I wait for my Hearthstone queue to pop? Just kidding. It's a joke. Well played, party. Be there. You're welcome. $5, Pat.
Well, there's
PayPal.
There is a lot going on this year. I will say that much. There is a lot going on this year, and I think that we, as participants, as folks that will want to watch a variety of things going on, we have our plates full of stuff, of possibilities. If you are into esports, there is a ton of esports. Even before BlizzCon, there is a ton ton of esports going on before the actual con part of the con. So that whole week before is like going to be all esports. And if you're into the panels, good thing there's a virtual ticket for the most part. Oof. Because there is so much stuff. Because they have, how many stages do they have? It's like 5 or 6 different stages. Actually, it might be even be more than that. Plus, some stages that don't get videotaped. So
right. Well, you have like the half stages on the expo floor, and there's a lot. There's a lot.
Nothing on the third floor is going to be on video. So I don't know.
And that's where the creative collective stage is. Like a lot of that, like the whole art side of Blizzard, like they do such a good job with all of that stuff. The cinematic, I love their style.
Yeah.
I know that's like a personal preference type situation, but I've always enjoyed just the Blizzard aesthetic. It's so good.
So cool. And yeah, you're right. Those are the art stuff that they do there, the voiceover panels, the lore stuff that they do. Taryn Gregory's going to be up there talking about cinematics. I mean, we've got no matter what you like about Blizzard games, it's going to be on display at some point, and people are just going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts this year, guys. I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. So.
I'm gonna muster up the courage to say hi to you this year, Pat.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, we did.
It's me. Remember me?
You did say hi last year, as I recall.
I did.
And then you ran away.
Like 3 drinks in.
And then you ran away. It was so weird.
I think Gizmo was right next to you.
I was.
I think it was right there. Shook your hand, say it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, sir. May I shine your boots?
And then you sprinted away. It was really crazy. I mean, you took off. It was strange.
Did it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go cry.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That was number 4.
All right. Well, let's maybe talk a little bit about Heroes of the Storm.
Let's roll.
Let's do it, Chen.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah. So, Gizmo, we talked about this at the top of the show, and actually, I should do this a little bit louder.
Let's roll.
There we go. But we talked about this at the top of the show, where brawls are now in. They are available for people to check out and do. And this week is a Punisher thing, right?
Yes.
What's going on?
It's the same thing that was in the PTR if you guys checked that out for the first week. But the objective of this week's mode is, so they're going to have arenas, modifiers, or not modifiers. Standard maps with different rule sets, and then single lane brawls. Mm-hmm. So this one's an arena, and it's pretty much you get a choice of 3 heroes that will fit the same role before each round. You get to pick one, and it is just an all-out bloodbath on a very small map, to where each team has a Punisher. You are battling each other. If you kill the enemy team's Punisher, you get 10 points. If you kill an enemy hero, you get 4 points, and it is the first team to 100 points, and it is a best of 3 set.
Yep.
And man, it's crazy stuff. You don't have to worry about talent builds, anything like that. As soon as you get in, you pick your heroic, you're good to go. No leveling up. It's super fun, easy to, or a good place to play heroes you've never played before. You have access to all the skins, the mounts. It's all randomized. Mm-hmm. And you can even, I think I mentioned last week, get mirror matches on occasion, where it's just all 10 of the same hero. It's nonsense. It's crazy. And
it's super fast.
It's super fast.
It's like you don't have to worry about minions. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You just go in there and fight people, and it's pretty cool. But I have a problem with it because I've only done one game, so it might not be that big of a deal.
It's a great sample size, Pat. Keep talking.
Right.
Some might call me an expert on the topic, but
both times I had like no goes on the hero choice. You're given a choice of 3, and on both. So I did 2 rounds because we were awesome and we won both rounds. So we only had to do 2. We didn't have to do the third one. So even less data for me to talk about this with. But I was given the selection of Murky, which I'm like, no, probably going to die a lot if I'm Murky. Don't want that. And then the Lost Vikings.
So that can happen. Murky's actually not bad on this one because if he dies, it only counts as 1 point. And he's excellent for just, stick to the Punisher, get that thing down. Lost Vikings, awful for this, but people tend to pick them for anyways. They show up, people are going to pick them. But yeah, you just give it another shot because it's
just to throw them in a rowboat. Is that?
Yeah,
I mean, just to throw them in the boat and just to have them row their way to freedom. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But no, it does switch it up. That's just very unfortunate luck. Very unfortunate.
I also had, I had good, decent third choice with Zagara or Medivh, I think. So
okay. Yeah,
so that was not bad. That was not bad. Could have been worse.
My favorite thing about it is, one, it balances it fairly well in the fact that each team is going to have the same composition style. So, as far as, this round you have 3 assassins, a specialist, and a support. The other team's going to have 3 assassins, a specialist, and a support. But at the same time, you can still have multiples on your team, even if it's not a mirror match. So you almost always want to pick the doubles just because it's too hard to deal with. So we had, I think, a triple Samuro earlier today, which is the new hero. It's awesome, and it's so fun.
How is Samuro?
He's real good, real strong.
Cool.
So I think this is going to be the first hero they've released in a while that is not going to instantly tank to the bottom of the win percentage, because it's kind of done that the past 3 or 4. So we'll see.
Cool.
The sound effects for him are extremely satisfying.
Oh yeah.
It is. Get in there. I can't impersonate a sound effect, but just when he hits someone with his sword, oh man, it just sounds nice. It feels nice. Turn up
the speakers all the way and just see what kind of damage they do to the room. Like you could just feel it slicing through everybody. That'd be good.
Oh yeah, and it's
sick son of a gun. No,
and it's even better because then he just pops mirror images, and so there's 2 other versions of himself, and so it's just like whack 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 whack, and you're just like, die everything. It's so great.
Nice, very cool.
Yeah.
Anything else HOTS related?
Just getting the Nexus Games, which was Blizzard's unofficial tournament to kind of get us through the last qualifiers for BlizzCon, and BlizzCon happened, and Astral Authority, aka Murloc Geniuses, did win that. So that is their 3rd North American championship in a row. Hey, which is fantastic for them, absolutely. As they head on into BlizzCon here in 2 weeks. So
that's awesome. It's so funny. A friends group turns pro, and they've got kind of this wave of support. It's great.
Yeah, and they've gone under a few changes, but they were kind of at the bottom of the pack for a long while. But they stuck it out. They made a few swaps, but they've worked together, and it's incredible to see the progress they've made. So I'm super excited to see how they fare against the rest of the world, because in the past, North America has not done great. So
gotcha.
Good luck to those guys.
Cool. Hey, John Horseman.
Yes, sir.
We should talk a little bit about not about heroes.
Nope,
not that. About Hearthstone, maybe.
Well met.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll talk about Hearthstone, and there's a new thing going on with competitive tavern brawls. What's happening with that?
Oh man, this is really exciting. So everybody reach into your wallet.
Yeah.
Do you have $100 bill in that wallet?
No.
Do you?
No.
Pat, no. Gizmo?
Do you have $100 in your wallet?
I did.
Tapa?
No way.
Tapa? So similarly, this may be a large pill to swallow, but essentially we've got a competitive tavern brawl coming soon, TM, into the the world of Hearthstone. So basically, it's very simple. First, reach into that wallet, grab that $100 bill. We're going to call that, in Hearthstone terms, we're going to call that 1,000 gold.
Okay. Or $10
gold. Or $10.
Yeah, what's the $100 here?
Well, you don't need.
Well,
it.
Trying to.
1,000. So 1,000 gold is like having $100 in your pocket in Hearthstone.
I have
It
right
really
now.
is.
Right now, I have.
Oh,
I
is
think about 3,000 gold. I haven't spent any gold on anything in a long time.
Yeah, but you got you only need so many cards for mid-range shaman there, Pat.
That's true.
I get it.
That's true.
So, anyways, so basically, how to make this kind of make sense to people? Get in the frame of Hearthstone Arena for a moment. So basically, $10 or 1,000 gold. I know I'm doing such a good job explaining this. All right, start over. Reach into your wallet. No, I'm just kidding. God dang. So,
I like it.
anyways,
I know.
I'm really good
Hey,
at
by
this.
the way,
Dork of the Week.
there you go.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. All right. So let me go ahead and explain it. I know how I can explain it better.
Okay.
So basically what you're going to do. So basically what you're going to do is this. You're going to take $10 or 1,000 golds and you're going to purchase a entry into this tavern brawl. You build a standard deck with your own card collection, and once you make it, you can't change it. You just can't. It's done.
Right.
So, and then basically you play, you try to get up to 12 wins as much as you can before you get to 3 losses. So exactly like Arena. And then you get some awesome rewards based on the total amount that you win. So it's great. You can get up to 50 packs, 50. That is 5,000 gold worth. You get a ton of dust, multiple golden legendaries, and dust as well, all that kind of stuff. It's only going to be for 1 week, which is kind of interesting, but it's going to be a tavern brawl. And then, so it's going to basically replace the tavern brawl.
Yeah.
And then you can only run heroic brawl 5 times during that week. It's not this week. It is soon.
TM.
So, soon TM. And then it would be, we do know that it would be before BlizzCon. So
All right.
that is something that we do know.
Okay. All right. All right.
So that
was a much better explanation. I don't know if it had anything to do with the visual. And again, if you're not watching the video, you should watch the video because it's distracting.
Pat knows a lot more about Hearthstone than I thought.
I know a lot about Hearthstone. Mid-range shaman, I'm all about it. Go ahead.
All about it. So, first off, this to me, this is awful for me. I will never do this. But John, do you think this is like a testing ground for perhaps a competitive, what do they call it? Arena? No. What's the mode where you go in?
Tournament mode?
No. What's the mode where you go in, you pay, and you build a deck. He gives you like, hey, 3 cards. You pick a card.
Arena.
Yeah. Okay, I was right. Arena. Does this sound like a testing out grounds for like a new competitive arena mode?
So perhaps, I mean, in the end, what this really is arena where you pick the card and way huger stakes.
Yes,
is really what it comes down to. Time will tell what specifically. Tavern brawls have kind of traditionally been a combination of fun and system testing.
It's not
and
fun.
So knowing that, they're definitely testing something. There are some people who think they're testing something for a tournament mode. One of the things that would be most beneficial in a tournament mode is the ability to lock decks so that you can't change them and there isn't that risk of cheating going on where, somebody runs a weapon that you weren't expecting. So you just sneak a little Harrison Jones in there just to make sure that you've got the upper hand and hope someone doesn't notice. Just systematically make that a non-issue. So there's some that speculate that say that. There are some that say that, hey, you know what? the ladder isn't enough. There needs to be more rewards. There needs to be more incentives to continue playing, and playing 400 games a month to get legend with a semi-okay win rate just isn't very rewarding. So, hey, maybe, introducing golden legendaries and multiple packs is a great way to do that. If that's the case, it's definitely a rich getting richer type thing.
Yeah.
Which is, kind of interesting, especially when you consider Hearthstone across all of Blizzard's IPs is probably the most casual friendly game that there is out there right now. Free to play on your iPhone or Android phone or tablet or Mac or PC. It's everywhere. So there's definitely an aspect of that. But the general consensus here is that there's something that they're testing that hopefully leads to a tournament mode in Hearthstone going forward.
That would be awesome. I know that's something that would be super beneficial for all of their games now. I know that's something we're wanting in Heroes a lot, is a tournament mode built into the engine or the system. I know it's StarCraft does have it in their engine. And then, hopefully see one here in Overwatch. But if Hearthstone's kicking it off, that is good news for Heroes, because that means, Heroes is most likely next. And then Overwatch, you can sit and wait for a little bit.
Yeah, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
If that's how you feel, Gizmo.
That's how I feel.
I mean, StarCraft already has a great tournament mode.
Yeah.
Like, there's two things I know about StarCraft. One is RTS, and two is tournament mode. That's the extent to my.
Those are the two terms that I learned because of StarCraft II. Yes,
well, exactly. It's definitely something that, for Hearthstone to continue to grow and develop, it's still an incredible streaming title. Whenever you're on Twitch, you'll notice it's almost always in the top 3 or 4 games being streamed. But we've noticed a definite decline in the competitive scene recently. Most teams, I think really the only big one left that's fielding just a competitive team is G2. And the rest of the teams have pretty much gone. There's a lot of smaller, teams and things like that. But the big one, Cloud9 has them, but it's very kind of streaming based, and most of their people on Cloud9 are not actively competing, streaming heavily, and shoutcasting Hearthstone. You've also got big teams like Liquid basically really isn't doing a whole lot there. So it's something where the Hearthstone community is definitely sitting back and waiting to see what the Hearthstone team has to address that, if that's what they want. Do they want it to be a big streaming, or not a streaming title, a big competitive title, or do they want it to be a little bit more casual, be a little bit fun, let everyone run Yogg-Saron in their decks? There's a lot of division, and there's a lot of people just really wondering where Hearthstone's going to go here in the end of 2016, 2017. And this may be a really good indicator to insight into where that may be going.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll have you make sure to keep an eye on it, since you do have a podcast about all things Hearthstone. Called Well Met. Look at that.
Well met.
I could play it again. Hold on.
Well met.
There we go. And so you can pick up that podcast over at blizzpro.com along with the payload, right? Right.
Yes.
All right. I have a combo a bunch of news here, because there's news that relates to Overwatch, and there's news that relates to StarCraft II.
I can dig that.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. And that is that D.Va from Overwatch is coming to StarCraft II. And I don't know what this means. Tatva, do you know what's happening here? What is going on? Because
well, I mean, like,
Go ahead.
Diva's backstory in Overwatch is like in that world. I don't even remember the time frame of Overwatch. It's in the future some point.
It's like
but
60 years.
No,
yeah, so
no, it's like next week.
Not very far.
It's like next week.
2033 something.
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, but in that world, Diva came to notoriety in the StarCraft II scene. She was a pro StarCraft II player,
right,
and became the world champion at 16. Anyways, and that's why she started driving the little robot around. They figured that gamers would be good at driving robots, and so now she's a mech rider.
Right.
Anyways, and so that's that whole story. But now she's coming back, and she's going to be the in-game announcer. I guess in a previous patch they allowed you to change just the voice packs that coincide with the game and stuff that announce the different things. And her voice is going to be one of the new ones.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome. So I mean, you'll hear Diva. It's a little bit of cross promotion type of stuff, and it's just kind of fun. Not much to it, right?
No, but voice packs are one of those cool things that people are looking forward to. Like they've put them in, I believe League of Legends and Dota has them. So it just adds some nice little flavor there.
DBM has a bunch of them. DBM has like all the Overwatch voices.
I have Coltrane still.
I have Coltrane. So Coltrane's on there. Junkrat's on there. Like all the Overwatch guys are on there. There's a bunch now. There's a bunch of voice packs for that. So.
And it beats just getting a portrait, right? Like at the end of the day, with StarCraft, you just typically got a portrait, right? So this is way better.
Yeah,
just better across the board.
It's super cool.
I have something I have to admit here real quick, and I feel so dumb about this. But so whenever they announced Diva at first and they explained her story, I for real thought this was a real thing. Like that this was a StarCraft player who they said like had to leave because she had to take care of her family. Something happened and couldn't play anymore. I was like, Blizzard's done cool stuff like this in the past as a shout out. But man, this is like the biggest shout out they have ever done to one of their community members. And I was super stoked. And I thought this for a long time. And I talked about it. I don't remember. I think it was another show I talked about it. And somebody was just like,
and the people,
do you think that's real? And I was like, what are you talking?
And the people went,
Dork of the Week.
They had to, because
it was. Am I the only one? Like the way they announced it, I don't know if you're the only one. I think you're the only one here. So I don't know. Man,
I don't know.
I mean, it's still cool, but it's not as cool as if. I'm done. I'm just gonna.
All right.
I'm done.
And now on to the real Overwatch news.
Rubbish.
And why is it rubbish, John?
Well, Pat.
Well, I
don't even want to talk about it.
We were psyched up.
I don't want to talk about it. Don't make me talk about it. Okay.
All right, talk about
it. So, in order to be effective.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Here's the thing. So, we've been waiting well over a month for this amomentincrime.com to tell us what was next. Basically, amomentincrime.com was a website that was presumably being hacked or whatever, and it was kind of our way of hopefully leading to a Sombra reveal.
Yeah.
And so today around noon to 12:15 Pacific time, it hit 100%. And basically what it was sending information to all active Omnics, to where if you follow the story of Overwatch, you will know that there is that those are kind of, at least right now, presumably the bad guys, the Omnics, one of the bad guys. And so we're expecting at the end of it to see a Sombra reveal or something of substance, but in the end it was a month plus countdown to nothing.
Right. Right. It was basically everybody who was waiting for a month plus on this news to break on Sombra they were totally let down.
I don't get let down easily, Pat. I rate it in WAD. You know.
All right, enough said. Enough said.
Yeah, so it was very disappointing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, at the same time, it makes sense, right? You're 2 weeks before BlizzCon.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to reveal the second hero since launch just on a random weekend, 2 weeks before the big, shebang.
Come on, that's when you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it just randomly, just kind of whenever, right?
Pat, that's why I sent you your birthday present 2 days before your birthday.
Right.
Just say, go ahead and open it.
Right.
By yourself.
I did. I thought
at your coffee table in your living room, and tell me you enjoy it just as much.
I totally did. It was very thoughtful. It was a thoughtful present.
Well, you're weird. So, it's one of those things where it was, I get it. Everything makes sense, but I think going forward, Blizzard and the Overwatch team will have learned that 4-month-long ARGs that are especially like, okay, cool, there's little teasers in the game. That's great. Those can sit there forever. But there are people...
Painful.
There's a Discord full of, and today there was over 8,000 people in the Sombra ARG Discord, trying to figure it out, all excited and stuff. And it's basically just nothing.
Right.
Just nothing. Like, there are thousands of people actively trying to solve this ARG, which is really great. The engagement is high. People are really excited about Sombra. But I think they took it a little bit too far. I'm waiting for a developer update from Jeff Kaplan to be like, so, hey, thanks everyone for your...
Because everybody loves Jeff. Everybody loves Jeff. They hate this Sombra thing.
Jeff, just say...
But if Jeff just came on and he said, you know what, guys? I'm really sorry about the Sombra thing. It's coming. It's coming. Sombra's coming. Just, like video hits tomorrow.
Or even then, just like this ARG, you guys are really smart. Did it faster than we expected it to. And that's what caused it to, seem like it droned on. Because in the end, our goal is to, present it at BlizzCon. And instead, you guys solved it 2.5 months ahead of time. And like, it was just, it definitely, you will probably see ARGs from the Overwatch team in the future, but a few weeks to a month from beginning to end outside of in-game teasers.
So, and Tatva or Gizmo, were either of you guys sucked into this this Sombra phenomenon at all?
I avoided it because I knew if I even glanced at it, I would be sucked in. And I got too many other things I was focused on. I am excited for the actual announcement. Whether I was really thinking that this was going to happen before BlizzCon just because of the way Arenas was announced. That's something we thought was going to be announced at BlizzCon or Brawls. But yeah, you never know. In a way, John, it's your own fault.
Right. He's not even there anymore. He just left.
Yeah, he just left.
Off. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Wait, he's number 8 now?
Yep.
Number 8?
That's right. That's right. He's on crying number 8.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm waiting.
I would never think that they would ever release a hero this way. Because it just seems like, hey, let's just not tell people. Let's only have like a small percentage of our crowd be really, really into it, and then tell them that way. No, I don't think so. I think I think Blizzard has more pizzazz and more. They want to make a bigger splash than that. So I don't know. Tatva, any thoughts?
Personally, I was in the Broken Isles the entire month, so I have no idea what this is even about. So
I don't even know what this is. That's great. That's awesome.
I don't even know what's going on.
I like it. All right. I think unless you guys have other stuff going on that you want to talk about, I think we could probably just get out of here. We've been talking. Yeah. We've been talking a bit today. Woo! Woo! So, let's get out of here. Before we do, we'll talk to the guys and see what they're up to in the next couple weeks, something like that, leading up to BlizzCon, and where you can find them. So, Gizmo, what's going on with you? You got Lords of the Storm tomorrow?
Yes, we have it tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central on Twitch at twitch.tv/Lords of the Storm. Join us there. You can find that on Twitter as well.
And you'll be talking brawls and all that kind of stuff?
We are talking. Yes, tomorrow we'll be talking some brawls. New patch coming out here, and then the week after next, we're actually going to be going on a Tuesday, having a guest on, talk some BlizzCon stuff, predictions and whatnot. So exciting stuff coming there. We also got, if you guys are going to BlizzCon, some nice swag to be given away. We got bracelets, we got posters, got lots of stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, super excited for that. You can find me though on Twitter at Gizmozord, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gizmozord.
Cool. Tatva, you and Tovo have finished up your normal and heroic videos of the Emerald Nightmare, and people should go check that out, right?
Oh yeah. You can find those videos at LOS Gaming Show, just at YouTube, or you can just search for a boss. They'll come up. They're usually pretty high on the list of the searches, but
what else you got going on?
I forgot to even mention we were on the launcher over the weekend. That was awesome.
Oh, hey! I should play the big applause.
Yeah!
There we go. That's great! That's awesome! Congratulations! I always love it when that stuff happens with you guys.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting, and Gizmo's extremely fat now.
Whoa.
Anyways, but yeah, there's a couple people actually that. So they wanted us to make a video introducing the Mythic Keystone system.
Yeah.
And so we created this whole video. I asked in Guild for some people who had the old challenge mode gear, because we were going to do this whole intro, what challenge modes used to be and their rewards. And then moving forward, they've created this better system. That was the initial concept. And so this whole group of people got together. I got some awesome footage of them standing in their awesome gear. And then Blizzard's just we don't want to talk about that. So that got cut. But thanks, guys, for helping me get that shot, though. Definitely appreciate it. But
that's awesome.
Anyways, but then the other place you can find us is on Twitter at LOS_gaming.
Right.
But going into the future, we're probably going to be jumping into Mythic Emerald Nightmare strat videos and probably Mythic Plus dungeon guides, just to help people with speeding up their clears, showing. We'll mainly focus on the trash pulls, because the bosses don't matter in Mythic Plus. It's all about how you handle the trash. So we'll go over what you should be pulling at the same time, what the dangerous mobs are, interrupts, all that kind of stuff. But they'll be quick, and so hopefully we'll help you speed up your times.
More 2-minute topics for you guys, and that's awesome. So good luck as you press forward on that stuff, and then you'll have the what is it called, the trial of whatever it is. What is it? Trial of Valor?
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be coming up.
Yeah,
the raidlet.
Yep, those strat videos. Yeah, the little raidlet.
Yeah. And John, you've got a bunch of stuff going on now. So you're streaming every day. You're blah blah blah. I mean, you're doing a Hearthstone. You got the podcast. You got the other podcast. You got this podcast. What's going on with you?
So Pat, first, are we gonna talk about what's going on Friday?
Yeah, we have a little thank you stream going on for the guys that donated to the well played party. So there.
Sorry, I put you on the spot there. I did not expect it.
Well, I wasn't expecting it, only because we sent it out to those guys that were already donated to the party. But I guess anybody can come. Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be live stream, right?
Yeah.
So might as well come in.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
and that'll be at twitch.tv/wellplayed. You're right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we do the Payload podcast Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, twitch.tv/BlizzPro, and you can find all the shows at payload.blizzpro.com. We do Well Met at Sundays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at twitch.tv/BlizzPro. And you can find the shows at wellmet.blizzpro.com. So those are the shows. This is weird saying, I am a full-time content creator that now officially is my job title, and because it says that on my business cards. So I just kidding, it doesn't say that. Anyways, so I am streaming every day except for Monday and Wednesday for about 6 hours at twitch.tv/kickedtripod. We're playing Hearthstone, we're playing World of Warcraft, and we're playing Overwatch quite extensively. And you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/kicktripod, on Twitch at twitch.tv/kicktripod. And you can edit this out later, but I am basically, the way that I am making ends meet is via Patreon. So I am on patreon.com/kicktripod. If you want to check out what my last week has been like and what brought me to this decision and what is going to drive me going forward. I made a YouTube video. YouTube is a website on the internet.
Wow.
And I made a video.
No idea.
On that website. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Telling everyone all about it, so they don't have to, flood shows with everything.
Anything kicktripod.com. You can go check out all that stuff over there.
Yeah, I even have an official website. Yeah.
Look at that.
Absolutely.
So there. I even know about it. So there. And for me, you can follow me at Pat Crane on the Twitter, and there's a bunch of other stuff too. I'm sure there is. But for now, I'm gonna bail out on this music, and then I'm gonna play this one. There we go.
Oh, you're just going to bail out, are you?
And you can join in our conversations anytime that you so choose. You can email us at convertraid@gmail.com. You can call and leave comments and questions on our raid line, 612-787-RAID. That's 612-787-7243. You can follow us on Twitter at converttoraid. And you can join the Bazuba Guabo Nation by heading over to converttoraid.com, where we have show downloads, forums, videos, audios, and so much more. Guild stuff too, all over at converttoraid.com. We are on the internets, including iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, and more. So you can find us wherever you found us this time. That sounds appropriate. Convert to Raid Presents is produced and distributed by Signals Media. Make sure to check out all of our friends at signalsmedia.com. That's where our friends hang out, right? Yes. That's going to be it for the show. There we go. Made it through all of the copy at the end. And we'll be on next week. We may be changing our stream time just a little bit, just by like an hour. Just by like an hour.
Darius can get across the street.
So Darius might be able to make it through traffic every once in a while. But for all the guys on Convert to Raid, we will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.